primary education. Rajesh Bhatia is founder of Treehouse Education. He's managing director. It's Treehouse Education and Accessories, and he's pretty much devoted most of his life very passionately to pre-primary education. Hi, welcome to the show.
Hello.
I'm glad that you went to Matunga to catch a quick South Indian bite, I hope.
Yeah, at the famous Madras Cafe. Actually.
I wish I didn't have work and I could have joined you on that one. The importance of preschool education. I've had so many people in the education sphere coming in here and harping about IB school versus state board, higher education, middle school education. But this pretty much is the foundation stone, isn't it?
Correct. So preschool education and early childhood care is so important in everybody's life, especially children in the age group of 0 to 5. And that importance is well understood globally. And in India, it's catching up pretty much fast. In cities like Mumbai, obviously, the importance of the same is very well recognized, and we see preschool, especially Treehouse, being there all over. I would say that this particular age group is of significant importance because children who've gone through this have gone through a social connect, have gone through, an early childhood care program, which ensures that when they get into primary schooling, they are more easily adaptable to getting into school. They understand that the journey over the next 12 to 15 years, which transpires from first grade to grade 12, then to higher education, so on and so forth, is smoothened. Scientific research has shown over a time that children who have done preschooling, which have gone to school in age groups of 2, 3s, 4s and 5s, have done sustainably well in primary and higher education, and hence preschooling is so important in the life cycle of a child.
You know, as the parent of a 11-month-old child, it's scary the stuff that other parents tell you. Don't send them to pre-primary because, their immunity level is low. They'll pick up coughs and colds and other kind of diseases from the other kids in that area. And I'm thinking, it's a really small price to pay if the child's self-esteem improves at such an early age. And that's what play dates and stuff like that is all about, isn't it? Putting children of the peer group together. Your thoughts on that?
So I would say that, yes, I'm coming to your first part about the call on immunity. I would say that the more they're exposed, the more better it is, such that the body picks up the immunity at an early age, and
wow.
and children, we all want children who are going to be athletic.
Yep.
Today we have the match, and Sachin is playing, so we need to have children who are really more sporty in that sense, and So I think the environment itself will take care, and small children age groups of 1 to sometimes would catch a cough or a cold, but that's natural in any environment. But I think that helps to improve the immunity also. Coming to there is a social environment in the classrooms. There's focus on gross and fine motor skills. There's focus on emotional connect. We do programs like the socio-dramatic plays in the classrooms, which help children to get familiarized with various environments. And I will tell you an interesting thing, why age groups of 0 to 5 are so very important. At an age group of 30 or 35, if I were to ask you to learn 3 new languages, which is German, French and Japanese, it would be damn difficult for you to,
Nice one, yeah. Correct.
But at an age group of 3 and 4, we all expect our children to know our mother tongue, Hindi, which is the national language, English, which is, I say, language to do business. Because if you want to be a global citizen, we all want to learn English. So English, and then when we go to the classroom, there's probably teachers telling you to learn Sanskrit. You go to higher grades, you want to learn French or German. So the mind or the brain has to pick up 5-7 languages, and that is the power of the brain in age groups of 0 to 5-6. The ability to absorb. And if you miss out on those age groups by saying that, oh, my child's immunity is going to go down and so on and so forth, I think you're not giving the right stimuli to to the brain network, which is the most important part of our entire body. The brain is what controls the entire nervous system.
Fabulous. It's Boney M and Sunny. 909, more conversation with Rajesh Bhatia. He is Managing Director, Treehouse Education and Accessories. Don't worry. Sunny and 912. Ushamrita Chaudhary, good morning. Good morning, Bhagwati ji. She says, happy radioversary to me exactly a year ago. I rekindled my love for 94.3 radio, one happily tuned in. And Funatic Sports, as well as Althea. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all you shiny, happy people. In just a couple of minutes, post this next talk session and the song plays. Pictures of Rajesh Bhatia in studio shall be on at twitter.com/HRISHIKAY and facebook.com/HRISHIKAY. So you can also comment, ask any questions on those social networking platforms. I'll also open the SMS line. It's one space, your question and name to 53650. He is Managing Director at Treehouse Education and Accessories. They revolutionized pre-primary education to a large extent. Now, you were just saying off the mic, there were some interesting insights you developed when you went to Stanford and when you look at the West and their form of pre-primary education and the unique concepts that you've brought into play. Talk about that, please.
So one of the few things that, so I get to visit Stanford every year. I've been doing that for the last 2 years or so, and I can share with you that a part of our pedagogy stems from there. We bring in stuff that we like in the classrooms over there into our own curriculum content. They use a lot of clay in the classroom. In India, we don't use clay because it might be coming in a form which can be a little toxic for children to use. We've innovatively used instead of clay, dough made out of wheat, atta or maida, which is what moms do at home.
Beautifully desi.
Yeah, because they make chapatis and all of it and rotis from all of that stuff. And one must appreciate, and I must say that 99% of employees at Treehouse nearly are women, and many of them housewives as that, and so kneading the atta is something they know very, very easily, and when children get to use the same and in a form where it kind of substitutes for clay, I would say that it's not harmful at all. Even if it is stuck on the fingers at times, it's easily washable below the wash basin. And even if the child is kind of, it's eatable material because it's all about coming naturally from food grains.
All you parents listening at home, you know what to do now. Get them used to dough, and maybe you can even get them to play at home, not just at pre-primary. Also, there's some interesting things you can do with every day is celebrated now. I mean, there's Parents' Day and there's Children's Day and Teachers. I mean, no offense meant. Today, of course, has been Children's Day from time immemorial because it's Panditji's birthday. But even otherwise, special occasions for kids in pre-primary. You think their cognitive skills pick that up at an early age?
Absolutely. I would say Children's Day is what children and teachers in the classroom look forward to. So some of the events, I would say that in a preschooling or a schooling environment that teachers and children look forward to is definitely Children's Day and obviously Teachers' Day. So these 2 days are something which are celebrated very joyfully. I would say that one of the earliest things we did at Treehouse was Valentine's Day, which is celebrated in the month of Feb. Has always been celebrated as Grandparents' Day.
How cool is that?
And we say that's the real.
That's about love.
That's the real meaning of love.
Correct.
जिसको हम बोलते हैं कि असल से सूद ज़्यादा प्यारा होता है, kind of.
Very well said. Correct.
And grandparents show their unconditional love for their grandchildren, and grandparents are the ones I always say who have maximum time to give to their grandchildren.
I don't remember a time in my place when my maternal grandmother or my paternal grandmother was not around. I mean, we pretty much grew up with grandparents.
Absolutely. And I think that, and you would be amazed to hear that since we've been doing this for years, there are times when grandparents, and especially in the city of Mumbai, where a lot of these grandparents, dada, dadis, nana, nani stay out of the city, and we live in a societal structure where both husband and wife have to work. They have
Correct.
to move from smaller towns to bigger towns or bigger places to for more better job opportunities. Grandparents actually book tickets in advance to come to the preschool and celebrate it with their grandchildren.
Beautiful.
Now that's the real, and it's such an emotional and sentimental thing. And over the years, across the country, Treehouse has been doing this.
Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna play some more music. It's Wham! Everybody is listening. Some message after this. We're gonna come back, and then we have 3 discounted entitlements given away. Rajesh has been kind enough to give us 2,000 rupees off to 3 listeners for admission to preschool, and there's some simple questions to answer. Don't go anywhere. 94.3 Radio 1. Rajesh Bhatia, who I consider an expert in pre-primary education, MD at Treehouse Education and Accessories. Now, another wonderful way of developing a child's, neurological skills, his brain patterns, is using theatre. And I believe you guys do a lot of that. Socio-dramatic play and things like that. So explain the process, the mechanics of it.
So I'll tell you. So a couple of years back, in the city of Mumbai, when we were scaling up Treehouse, a lot of preschools used to take children on field trips, and on my visits to the US and to the European preschools, I found that they don't do field trips over there. Rather, in my visit to even Stanford University's nursery school, I found that a lot of dramatization and social interaction happens within the classroom, and it's in the form of what we call as social dramatic play. And when you take a child out on a field trip, it's more of observation that the child does. But when you actually do or create a theme in the classroom over a period of 15 to 20 days, say for example a fire station, say for example a police station, say for example a restaurant, the interaction between children to be part of it, to make the classroom environment look like that. In terms of, so apart from just the observation that children do, it's also the social interaction between friends in the classroom, as they all want to interact with each other. It's about their imagination as to what role model they want to play in terms of drama, like you said.
Somebody can play a prisoner, somebody can play a police inspector.
So if you say a supermarket, somebody would like to be a cashier, and somebody would like to keep the grocery, and someone would like to just keep the grocery on the shelf, and someone would like to actually vend it.
That's
by
lovely.
calling customers, So the whole point is, it looks like, and a lot of our Treehouse parents have actually witnessed this, and have been invited to classrooms to see their children in action. And I believe over the years, yes, our children do come out of our preschools much smarter.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there is no substitute to taking a child out to nature, to a visit to the beach or to the forest. So, in that aspect, nobody is against going out on a trip.
Absolutely. You must realize that the kind of cities we live in today, Mumbai, for example, the road traffic jams, the kind of infrastructure which is available in a 2-hour or 3-hour session. Even parents at times, I feel, get paranoid when the child moving out of school and going to a particular. So we advise parents to take them out to the park, to the beach, and I also believe that the best gift that parents can give their children is the time.
Beautiful. Best gift that parents can give to their children is time. I'm going to hang on to that thought. Like I said, we're giving out 3 2,000 rupee discounts to put your child into pre-primary. Here's the first question. Valentine's Day is celebrated as what by Rajesh Bhatia and his team? Yeah, he just talked about that a couple of minutes ago. Valentine's Day is celebrated as what? It's a lot of fun. So one space, your answer and name to 5650. Don't forget to type your name. Twitter.com/HRISHIKAY on Twitter and Facebook.com/HRISHIKAY on Facebook. We're going to come back to that. Sega Shakedown. First winner, quick Quick on the uptake, quick on the button as far as Twitter is concerned. On HRHIKAY, Ria Kanal. Congratulations. I hope you have kids who you can send to pre-primary to Treehouse. And Pooja from the contest department will get in touch later in the day, and we'll make sure that that 2,000 rupee discount entitlement reaches you very, very soon. In conversation with Rajesh Bhatia, he's talking pre-primary education with me.
This is Good Morning Mumbai, and you're with Rishi K.
Things about getting a guest in any sphere of activity, especially on Children's Day, you and pre-primary, is trying to find out a little bit about what keeps the guest himself ticking. I'm thinking, software engineer, how did you take to pre-primary education?
That's a very interesting thing for me personally. I'm a software engineer. I did my master's in business administration. I was working for a couple of years, and 10 years back, I was looking out for a preschool admission for my son. And in South Bombay, that's where I was staying then, and I couldn't get admission for my son in a preschool. And I would wonder that both me and my wife, that parents in the city of Mumbai really run paranoid when it comes to admissions in preschools or schools or colleges. And
that's right.
And we all want a good high quality environment for our children, and I always tell parents that we all work very hard to see a smile on our kids' faces, and we ensure that our kids get a high quality education. Well, I said to myself that if someone's got to change this, and if everyone keeps blaming the structure the way we are, and we all say, or we all have the simple, what I call the chalta hai attitude, then how is this city going to have preschools, and this problem is going to stay there forever? Yes, so in the last 10 years, Treehouse now has upward of close to 170 odd preschools just in the city of Mumbai. And I always tell thousands of moms and dads whose children are in Treehouse that it pains me if I see a child who doesn't get admission into a preschool or a school, because I would say that on Children's Day, a child not being able to get education, which is the key thing for the child's future, I think we need to really do something to change things in the society. And that's exactly what someone had to do it. I said to myself, why not me? And that's what I started doing. And in the last 10 years, me and my team have built, along with the teachers, with a lot of parental support, I've built Treehouse.
I'm just curious to know, are there enough teachers coming to you saying we want to train or school pre-primary kids? We do know that with the impetus into higher education, teachers are not getting that much of a raw deal in colleges or private schools at least. Are there that many educationists still interested in getting into a classroom with young children?
That's a good question, and I'll tell you that human resource in any part of schooling, preschooling, be it, or in the industry, human resources is always a challenge, and getting trained people is even more challenging. What we've done at Treehouse is we have introduced the teacher training program across the country, where we train teachers over a 3-month period and absorb them 4 months after. In the 4th month, as and how our vacancies are there in our own preschools. What I would say that the concept of preschooling, quote unquote, is the auntie store concept, and that's how it was 20 years back, 25 years back. And I would say that in a way, while obviously people flock towards branded preschool, so on and so forth, we get a large crowd of women, housewives, who are very well educated, but for some reason or the other have to stay at home because the kids are growing up, or they have some family pressures where they have to give a lot of time to the family, but they are very well educated.
So you're saying that's a wonderful resource pool for you to train.
Absolutely. And these are people who are happy to keep themselves occupied in the early parts of the day, between 8:30 to 2 o'clock, work on a part-time basis, work for 5 days in a week, and actually keep themselves happy personally, that they are contributing to the society. They are contributing to themselves by ensuring that all the education that they have gone through is being used in part to empower small children.
Fantastic. Last opportunity for you guys to win yourself 2,000 rupee discount entitlements at Treehouse for pre-primary education. A little while ago, he talked about in India how there is a better alternative to clay. You get your children, little kids or toddlers, to play with clay. Instead of clay, use something else in India, is what Rajesh said. So what is that particular material? One space that and your name to 53650 at the rate of HRISHIKAY on Twitter and Facebook.com/HRISHIKAY on Facebook. More pictures also coming up on those social networking platforms.